Hello. A neighbour asked me to have a look at this Hoover, a vacuum cleaner. Apparently, it was working, and then they took it to the service centre, and the people at the service centre said that the motor has blown or burnt out. So he asked me. He doesn't believe him, and asked me if I'd have a look. So yeah, why not? So let's have a look at it together. So the first thing to do, I guess, is plug it in. That's it plugged in. Let's try. Nothing, there's no light there. Nothing, okay. Establish it doesn't work. So, by the looks of this cable, it looks quite thin and it's not great. And I'm wondering if the cable could be done. So I guess the first thing to do is get into where the cable is. So in that case, I've taken all these screws out the bottom and opening it up. So I'll put you on pause while I open it up. So I've just spent the last half an hour wrestling with this thing, trying to get the screws out of the damn bloody thing. And it's open at last. But anyway, that's a whole video of trying to get this thing apart, which I'm sure you're not interested in. So what have we got? We've got the motor here. I've got this little circuit board here. The only thing on here is a starter capacitor and an electrolytic. A Zener diode for voltage control probably. A little resistor and a thermal resistor here and a diode, and that is your lot. I don't think it's even got an LED on it. Oh, it has, yeah, there we are, an LED there. That's it. There was no power coming to this. So what I did notice was that when I took the screws out of it, as I opened each screw, they cracked like they were new. You know, you get a sort of a crack when you open them when they're new, which is highly suspicious that they've not even opened the thing and just said, oh, it needs a new motor and that's it, which is a bit bad for a service centre, isn't it? You know, there's the switches. Oh sorry, that is the power cord wind. There we go. So there's a power cord coming in on blue and brown here. Yep. Direct to this switch here, which is the power switch. Then off to this switch, which is doing what? I'm not sure. Oh no. Where's the top of the thing? Yeah. No, it's not wrong again. Okay, so here we go. Here's the top of it. That's the rewind on the other side, which off this thing here. Where is it? There's a mechanism here for doing that. There we are. It's on there. So that's that. Rewind that, which is not working anyway. Then we've got power and what looks like a shower. So I'm guessing this is some kind of wet and dry thing. So this is, I guess, switching on the water, or the heater for the water, or something like that. Well, I can't see a heater, so it's probably just a wet and dry vacuum. So where do we go from here? Well, let's make sure that's not touched anything. I'm going to plug the power in. Let's see if we've got voltage. So I'm bringing in the multimeter here, and we're on AC. I'll put that in there so maybe you can see it. Can you see that? Yeah, okay, that's a float meter. So power coming in, we should have 240 volts. Can you see that? It's a bit difficult to see, isn't it? We should have 240 volts on here. I don't want to short this one, make sure I touch this on here. And there we are, 226 on here. And so it's coming off of here. It's coming off of there. Down to these two, where are we? It's coming in here. It's coming in here. And going off there. So these two coming off there, which are running up to the starter capacitor up here. So in theory, I should have 240 volts up here on this circuit. So let's see if we can get 240 up here. And we get a big nothing, so that means the switch is probably off. So I'll try the switch on. We're getting 240. No, I'm not seeing 240. Just check that wiring again. Blue. That's just a link up. There's a link up here to the other switch. It's running, the power input is running parallel. So coming off here, brown and blue, yep. Brown and blue, yeah. We should have 240 up here. I'm getting nothing. Whichever way the switch is going. So not getting power off the switch. If we're not getting power off the switch, the way to check this is to put a jumper across the cables here, so it puts direct power onto the starter capacitor, and the motor should start. If that was the case, that's good. I'm not going to do that with the power on. Switch power off first. I just incidentally just see what this cap's reading. Where is it? 0.33 microfarad. So let's just have a look here. Put this onto capacitance mode. This fluke 83 has a really crap capacitance reader. It only goes up to 5 microfarads, so a lot of times you can't get it. What's that saying? Nothing. Oh, come on, I'm on the wrong leads. So it's working. 0.42, yeah, that's okay. Well, it reads okay. What's this capacity? What's this one doing? That's probably a 10 microfarad or something. 25 volt. 100 microfarad. I can't read it with this fluke meter. But it's not bulging or anything. We could bring in the Mastec, but it's pointless because I know there's no power coming from this bloody switch. So let's pull the switch out some way or other. Let's just come out. How do you come out, switch? Oh, I see. You're one of them, aren't you? This would be incredibly terrible if this service station has said that this has got a blown motor. It damn well hasn't. Or it appears not to have. And this is the switch. I'd love to disconnect this. We can check the switch by going to continuity test. Go out of capacitance mode to resistance. into continuity mode. So it should be coming across here. We should have continuity. We have there, off there. On the other side, we should be the same way. Continuity when you click the switch. And I do. Which is really odd because I should have had 240 the other end, and I'm not getting it. Coming off here, blue coming off here into the switch here, and blue coming off onto that one, and brown coming off. Jumble away, isn't it? Brown coming on the other side of that switch. Hold on a minute. We have a dicky connection there. As you can see that, but on that switch it's a bit wobbly, isn't it? Let's just try plugging the power back in again. Just flip it about with this switch. Is there anything can be found? Let's try again. So back onto voltage mode, AC mode, AC voltage mode. Going to here. On the switch we should have, we've got 240 coming in, and there, should have. No, not, so it must be on the other side. I'm not getting 240 there either. Here I am. There's something not good here, is there? Off the power. Power coming in. It's coming directly to there and there. Should have 240 at this here. Not being 240. I'm not getting 240 there. Have we got a dodgy connector here? Try that again. So I had 240. No, most certainly not. And the switch checked out for continuity, alright. So that leaves this monstrosity. This mechanical winder. I'll just unplug it again, because I do not want to fry myself. Well, it's a case of getting in here and having a look at this thing. How the hell to get this thing apart? Mystery number 2. The first was a mystery to get the damn bloody case cover off the thing. And this is going to be like, oh, I see. Okay, not such a mystery on this one. Okay, so there's a centre thing. Push out. Hopefully. I'll come back to you when I've got that apart. Okay, so welcome back. So I've actually cut the wires in to remove this cable thing, so I can get a better look at the thing and see what's going on here. Off this plug, I should be getting continuity between both sides. So you can see on the brown wire here, no problem. On the blue wire, in fact the brown wire is actually connected to this ring here, look. On the blue wire, I'm getting nothing. Nothing down here. There's a connector there. So I need to remove this here and see where this is going and see why it's not connected. Maybe there's two rings. It's like a slip ring, so you got so the wire doesn't get tangled as you spin it around. I guess there's another slip ring. I can only see one, but I'm hoping there's another one on the other side of it, which is probably where our problem lies. I'll restart the video once I get this apart. Hi, welcome back. So there is two slip rings in here, one for each wire. I've taken it out because I just cannot get the thing apart. It's held in with this nut here, with this split thing here, and I think when I do pull it apart it's gonna just crack and disappear. So a cheap option is for this guy, it's only like I say a neighbour, is to wire the cables directly onto these wires here with this, and then see if that fires up the motor, and I am pretty confident that the motor will start up. I'm highly confident that's exactly what's going to happen, which means it was a slip ring, not the motor, but we'll see now in a second. So fingers crossed. I'll just make a temporary connection just to see if we get just to see if it's gonna start up, and if it does, then I'll make a better connection. Obviously can't leave it like that. Now they're not touching or anything, so hopefully that's on, that's off. So hopefully now we'll give it a whirl. Find the plug here and plug the thing in. 1 second. Let's give it a whirl. So there we go. There's your fact. Service centre says the motor's gone. It bloody well hasn't. That is just a pure lie by them. To try, because one, they probably couldn't get this slip ring apart, or couldn't find out where it was gone, and so instead of fixing this, which would have been laborious, they just said the motor's gone. And this part here, they probably could get a new slip ring, or fix this slip ring if they've got experience in opening. I haven't got experience in opening these. They probably have. They could probably fix that in no time at all. Cost a very small amount of money. What they've done, they said the motor's blown, so basically the guy would have to fork out for a new motor, being very expensive, and they'd keep the money as profit. Absolute scumbags, and that's what you have to deal with in this world, and I don't think it's just here in this country, it's everywhere. But there you go, there's the proof that the motor does work. So there you go. So I have to ring him up now and say your Hoover's working, but the cable won't wind in anymore. That's about all I can say. Okay, see you later. Just as an afterthought, this slip ring thing. Thought I'd give you a view of exactly what was wrong when I actually managed to get it apart. So this actually comes off of this spindle here, and this being where the two wires are connected, and then internally the external wire comes around to these connections here. One being on the bottom, one being the top, two slip rings like I thought. As you can see, the top slip ring is well connected. And when you look inside, if I can get a view here, where is it? You can see, right. That blue cable there, will you focus? Come on, then focus. I'm not sure how clear you can see that, but the blue wire there is disconnected from that slip ring. So in fact, the fix for this would have been just to remove this and connect that cable there. That is all that's wrong with this Hoover. That thing there. Unbelievable. And they said the motor was gone. So there you go. So what I'll do is I will now resolder that and reinstall it into its proper place so that it rewinds properly. What scumbags are. Moral of the story, don't take it to service centres. See you later.